And microgrids were like a new concept for me, but it was the idea of not just a solar system, but a truly independent, autonomous energy system that used renewable resources, but to provide a more reliable, less intermittent source of power. And so, as a civil engineering major and an anthropology minor, I really had two interests. I had energy and infrastructure and everything that went into it. And I was also really fascinated with places where energy wasn't historically available or wasn't reliably available. So generally, the
Right.
developing world. One of the really formative experiences or historical events that happened at that time for me was I believe it was 2010 Haiti earthquake, um,
Right.
where an earthquake decimated Haiti's energy infrastructure to the extent that is never fully recovered. And the one of the largest barriers to recovery efforts was lack of electricity. More
Mm.
people died from preventable diseases in the 2 years following the earthquake than during the earthquake itself. And that was because of a lack of
Right.
refrigeration, a lack of water filtration, and generally a lack of power. Disaster relief
Right.
organizations shipped in generators, but then there was no supply chain to deliver fuel to these remote locations. And so it was a humanitarian catastrophe. And that was at a very formative time, as a freshman in college. And the professor that I was working with had the idea to start a research group on rapidly deployable microgrids. And it was directly inspired by the disaster in Haiti and witnessing these news reports coming out of another 100,000 dead due to cholera and malaria. The professor said, we have tools for this. We have
Yeah.
solar panels, we have battery storage, we have the ability to productize and deploy systems like this. And so that professor started a research group, and I was a founding, an inaugural member of that group that was working on developing rapidly deployable containerized microgrids. The theory that we could take these existing technologies, solar, battery, wind, inverters, productize them into something that could be shipped into a remote location, quickly set up, and provide a source of power comparable to a generator, but not dependent on constant delivery and refueling of fuel. And so that was the inception
Right.
of what became Box Power.